It is week 9 of the 2025 Ohio high school football season, and in Boardman, Ohio tonight we have a major matchup for Division II Region 5 playoff implications. The Boardman Spartans at 4-4 playing host to the 6-1 Austintown Fitch Falcons here on YSN. Michael McKenzie, pleased to be alongside you on this Friday evening. Big-time matchup tonight in Boardman, Ohio. The Spartans coming off of a 2-game winning streak against Warren G. Harding and Howland, looking to pick up a third consecutive victory tonight, but they've got to do it against one of their rival schools, the Austintown Fitch Falcons, who are having an exceptional season, 6-1 on the year. They lost week 1 against Hudson. They have been an unstoppable machine since, winning 6 consecutive games. They will play 9 regular season games. They had 1 canceled around the middle of the season. For Boardman, they are currently 11th in Division II Region 5 in a 12-team playoff. Obviously, the OHSAA moving from 16 teams to 12 teams in the playoff format. So Boardman controls their own destiny, needing at least 1 win in their final 2 games to feel pretty comfortable about a playoff spot. But tonight they got the Austintown Fitch Falcons next week, they have the Canfield Cardinals. So 2 tall tasks to end the season for Boardman in a season where they are hoping to make it to the postseason. As for the Falcons, they're currently 2nd in Division II Region 5, the highest ranked team not having a clinched playoff spot in Division II Region 5. They should clinch with a win tonight, depending on how some of the other results go, but the Falcons with a win more than likely clinch their spot in the playoffs for 2025, led by DeAndre Richard, who became the Austintown Fitch all-time leading rusher in program history earlier this season. He will be the name to watch for the Falcons offensively. As for the Spartans, it's their quarterback, Vince Butto, the heartbeat of this team, really. He can run it, he can throw it. There's a number of other guys who will touch the ball offensively for the Spartans as well, such as Ryan Smith, Ryan Mitchell. We may see some Alex Battaglia and Victor DiMarzio sprinkled in for Boardman tonight, but it's up to the defense for the home team, the Spartans, tonight to slow down DeAndre Richard and a high-powered Austintown Fitch Falcon offense. We'll have kickoff when we come back from Boardman, Ohio in Week 9 of the Ohio high school football season.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you got to work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana, and I am why I'm proud.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
My name is Cheryl Colas, and my husband and I just recently purchased a 2019 Chevy Equinox. For me, it was not like walking into a dealership. It was like walking into a place where you felt welcome. Working with Joe was really like working with a friend. He was very interested not only about the car we were purchasing, but he was also interested about our personal life as well. I'm Cheryl Colas, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for us.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
You might get 15 minutes to yourself every day. Would you rather spend it in your old, outdated shower or in a new, beautiful, low-maintenance shower? At Home Team and Window Depot, we turn your dreams into reality without the hassle. Our team handles everything from design to installation. You just sit back and enjoy the transformation. No mess, no stress. just a stunning new bathroom tailored to you. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
A better night's sleep starts at Sleepy Hollow Sleep Shop. Discover luxury sleep solutions for any budget with a carefully curated gallery of premier mattresses from leading manufacturers, including Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Serta Perfect Sleeper, Beautyrest Black, and more, all under one roof. Plus, enjoy exclusive closeout savings on select mattresses up to 50% off. Free delivery, setup, and removal on most makes and models. Only at Sleepy Hollow Sleep Shop.
Sleepy Hollow, locally owned since 1979. How did you sleep last night?
Welcome to Mill Creek Indoor Player Development Center, where passion meets precision. Experience state-of-the-art technology with 3 TrackMan fitting bays, ensuring your clubs are perfectly tailored to your game. From fun games for the whole family to expert lessons and clinics, there's something for everyone. Our authorized Callaway Club Fitting Center ensures you're equipped with the best. Book online or call our golf shop to reserve your spot today. Mill Creek Indoor Player Development Center. Elevate your game, rain or shine.
The relief you've been looking for is here. We promote the body's natural self-healing. The power of care is nothing without hope, and our acupuncture treatments were created with true healing in mind. Find your hope at Meridian Healthcare.
Boardman won the toss and elected to do to first, so it'll be Austintown Fitch football first. This is a rivalry that dates back to 1942 and one the Falcons have the all-time lead in. 43 wins for Austintown Fitch, 32 for Boardman, one tie in this series history. The Falcons currently on a 9-game winning streak all-time against Boardman. The Spartans last won this game 10 years ago in 2015. Looking to break that streak tonight and really catapult themselves squarely into the playoff picture. For Austintown Fitch, they could seal themselves a first-round bye potentially with a win tonight before another rivalry matchup for the Falcons in Week 10 against Warren G. Harding. Again, Boardman will kick the ball off to start this game. It'll be teed up by the Spartans around the 40. Both teams coming out of their locker rooms in the pregame intros with a high amount of energy. And it's a great night for football in Boardman. One of the final 2 remaining games guaranteed in 2025 for Boardman and Austintown Fitch. And a big one at that. We're ready for football. It's teed up and kicked off. Well, it was, but now the whistles blow and an early officials stoppage on the opening kickoff. No flag, so just an official's timeout to make sure all the non-players were off the field on the far end zone where Fitch was returning it. They were still trying to get some people off the field after the pregame festivities in Boardman. So now we should have it teed up and ready to go to start Week 9. The Falcons have Devonzo Tate III and Altahir Ilwano back to return the kick. It's a deep kick. And it is tipped and received by Mykeen Barnett. And Barnett gets out past the 25. It'll be just about average starting field position for the Falcons at their own 27. Led onto the field by junior quarterback Colin Callagher and junior running back DeAndre Richard. We'll say Richard's name many times tonight. Again, earlier this season, he became the all-time Falcon leading rusher in program history. And it'll be a tall task for this Spartan defense to limit his impact on this game. Callagher has a pair of backs in the backfield with him. To his right, looks like Junie Higgs. And Richards to the left. Higgs is the motion man. Callagher's going to throw it to him in the flat. And he's going to be tackled for a loss, a 1-yard loss. Ray Vodhandel gets through the block and reads the play beautifully. They're going to say Higgs just got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain, but a big play on the perimeter by Ray Vodhandel to start this game defensively for Boardman. Falcons offense has been prolific for a majority of the season, but in games against Division II opponents, they are only averaging a little over 20 points per game. See if Boardman can continue that trend. Richard to the right. He gets the option pass on the pitch. He breaks a tackle but can't break another. He's brought down for a 2-yard loss back at the 25-yard line. And the Boardman defensive line making the play there. 2 consecutive big-time plays to set up 3rd down and 13. They spot this one all the way back at the 24. And a big start for this Spartan defense. Can they get off the field early? They're going to try to make some late substitutions. And Coach DJ Doda is going to have to burn a timeout. He is not happy on the Boardman sideline. They made 3 subs really late. Austintown Fitch didn't make any, so Boardman was not afforded the opportunity to do so before Fitch would want to snap the football. And the Falcons could have gotten a free 5 yards if it weren't for the timeout taken by Coach Doda. So a smart timeout, but one that Boardman has to burn very early in the first quarter, just a minute and 20 seconds into this game. So not great timing where Boardman has to use the timeout, but a situation where they kind of had to avoid taking that 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down and 13. We'll see where Austintown Fitch goes. They do have a number of receiving threats if they decide to put this in the hands of Callagher through the air. A shotgun look and a spread formation for Austintown Fitch. Early 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. Callagher will drop back. Now he's going to try to take off and run. Right side, Callagher can't get to the edge. He picks up 3 yards, but not enough. It's going to be 4th and 10, and the Falcons will punt. A statement opening drive by the Spartans defense. 2 tackles for loss, and the Ryan Mitchell stop made on the Callagher delayed quarterback draw gets the Falcon offense on the field. So the Spartans deferred at the start of this game, envisioning that type of defensive start against a prolific Falcon offense. 2 return men for Boardman, situated at their own 40-yard line. Kick is in the air, and it was a single fair catch by Aiden Moore. He didn't make the catch. He has to run all the way back inside the 10 to field it at the 7-yard line. It went off of Moore's fingertips. He signaled for the fair catch. It just sailed over his head, and he just gets to the ball before the Falcon punt team could have stolen a free possession inside Boardman's 10-yard line. But instead, it's very poor field position for the Spartans to start this game. They'll have to go 93 yards to score a touchdown on this opening drive. And they're led onto the field, again, a very senior-laden group. But the heart and soul of this team, their quarterback, number 12, Vince Butto. He'll run it and he'll throw it. And they got a number of offensive playmakers they can get the ball to. Ryan Smith and Ryan Mitchell, the other 2 leading rushers, besides the quarterback, Butto. Butto under center. We'll see this a lot tonight. Motion man is Frank Butto. And that's who got the ball. That was actually number 5, Victor DiMarzio, on the carry. And he picks up about 3 yards out to the 10-yard line. This is an offense that really likes to run the football. They'll run it in a number of different looks, a number of different ways with a number of different guys. But the philosophy really boils down to just getting the ground game established. And that's when this Spartan team is at their best. Butto back under center for 2nd down and 7. He'll motion Frank Butto. Takes the snap, turns, fakes the give, keeps it himself. Butto's able to get maybe 2 or 3 yards, but the Falcons bottle him up just out past the 12-yard line. Tackle credited to number 32, Anthony Nespeka, a 5'10 senior linebacker. He makes a lot of tackles, as does Marky Fitzgerald. Those 2 at linebacker are going to be big names on this Falcon defense that has also started to hit their stride. 3rd and 4 for Boardman on their opening drive of the game. A much more manageable 3rd down than the Austintown Fitch Falcons had just a few moments ago. But the Falcon defense looking to return the favor with a 3 and out. Butto back under center. He'll take the snap, fakes the pitch, keeps it himself. Can he get a block? He lowers a shoulder and leans forward. It'll depend on the spot, but it looks like Butto on a second effort is able to pick up the first down on the quarterback run. He does get the first down, a 5-yard gain for the Boardman quarterback, and that's what you're talking about, the heart and soul of this offense. Butto, one of the toughest runners of anybody in the area. And we see it on the opening drive, back-to-back carries, that one for 5 and a first down, out to the 18-yard line. So Boardman trying to jump-start a drive now. Butto back under center. Again, a lot of bunch formations from this Boardman offense. Frank Butto motions left to right. The give goes to Ryan Smith, left side. He plunges forward to the 22-yard line for a 4-yard pickup on first down. A lot of whistles at the end of that play, but no flags. Second down, we'll call it 6. Ball out at the 22-yard line. Line to gain is the 28 on the Spartan end of the field. Butto back under center. He'll motion Frank Butto. He fakes the give, takes it himself. Vince gets out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Stopped before that could have been a big-time gain. Tackle made by Naspeka again. Second time he's made a tackle to prevent a bigger pickup on the ground from Vince Butto, and it makes it third down. We'll call it just 1 yard needed for the Spartan offense to stay on the field. Ball at the 27. They just need to get to the 28-yard line against this Falcon defense. Vince Butto under center. He'll give it. Ryan Mitchell trying to power for the first. And it looks like he got it out to the 29-yard line. That was Ryan Smith on the carry for Boardman. But another third down run play that Boardman picks up to move the sticks on an opening drive that's taking a lot of time off the clock. Approaching 4 minutes of clock burnt on this possession by Boardman. They're 2 for 2 on third down early. That could be a big stat later in this game. 1st and 10 from the 29. Extra bodies on the line to the right side of the line of scrimmage in this formation, but they run it left side for nothing. Tackle for loss made back at the 25-yard line. There's Marky Fitzgerald making a tackle for loss. That's his bread and butter. First of the game, and for the Falcon defense, they certainly hope it's not his last. A 3-yard loss makes it 2nd and 13. Ball back at the 26-yard line. Butto back under center. Takes the snap. He'll fake the give. Vince Butto takes it himself. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another. Butto left side. Only one man can chase him down. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vince Butto. 76 yards. And the Spartans strike first. Vince Butto on the quarterback keeper breaks 3 tackles and races 74 yards for the opening touchdown. And how about that start for the Spartans, an underdog in this game? They get the 3 and out defensively, and they turn it into 7 points on a 74-yard touchdown run by Vince Butto. Oswaldo Salinas on for the extra point, and the left-footed kicker boots it through the uprights. 7-0 Spartans, 4:51 to play in the first quarter. Vince Butto, an electric run to get this game going for Boardman. And it caps off a 93-yard touchdown drive for the home team, Boardman Spartans. An 8-play touchdown drive that took over 5 minutes of time off the clock. And that's just about as good of a start as Coach DJ Dota's squad could have asked for in this game. Spartans set to kick it back to the Falcons. Again, it's Tate the third, and Ilwano back to return for Austintown Fitch, now needing to respond. Kick goes deep in the direction of Tate the third. He'll return right side past the 30, ripped down at the 33-yard line. Could have been a bigger return, but he is brought down by Victor DiMarzio. And the Falcon offense will retake the field, and that opening drive, 2 tackles for loss on the opening 2 plays of that drive. They tried to get a swing pass into the flat to Junie Higgs. He just barely got back to the line of scrimmage, and then a 3-yard loss on the only carry of the drive for DeAndre Richard. Put the Falcons in 3rd and 13, and they just were not able to dig out of that hole. Shotgun look for Callagher with Richard to his left. Richard gets the carry, right side, sifting through the line, and he powers to the 40-yard line. A solid 6-yard pickup on the opening play of the drive for the Falcons. And that's going to be what the Falcons need. More big first down carries for their star running back, Richard. This one puts them in 2nd down and 4. They need to get out to the 44-yard line for a first down. 2 receivers out wide for the quarterback, Callagher. He's going to give this one. Richard spins for the first down and gets stacked up at the 46-yard line, but there's another decent carry for DeAndre Richard. Not picking up big chunks, but more than enough to consistently move the sticks if the Falcons can create those running lanes for DeAndre Richard tonight. Approaching Spartan territory. 1st and 10 from the Falcon 46-yard line. Callagher in the gun. Motions a man, fakes the pop pass, and gives it to Richard. 3 straight carries for Richard, and he powers inside the 50 to the Spartan end of the field. They'll actually spot him down right at the 50-yard line. That's a 4-yard pickup on first down for the Falcons. Falcon head coach TJ Parker starting to lean on his offensive line more on this second drive. Pistol formation. It's another carry for Richard. At least it was going to be the 4th consecutive carry to DeAndre Richard, but a flag is thrown, and it looks like false start against the Falcons. That is the call. So that'll back him up behind the sticks. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from the Fitch 45-yard line. Second down and 11 now for the Falcons. Approaching 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Second drive of the game for Austintown Fitch. If you joined us late, they went 3 and out. They got the ball to open up the game, did not pick up a first down. They've already got one on this drive. They go to Richard again, 4th straight carry, and he's got some room right side. There's the burst of speed from DeAndre Richard. He is forced out of bounds at the Spartan 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup makes it 3rd down and 1. And that's a way to get the penalty yardage back and then some for the Falcon offense. 3rd down and short. Just a yard needed for the Austintown Fitch. They only had one 3rd down try on their opening drive. They didn't convert. But that was 3rd and 13. This is a much more manageable situation. Callagher getting his offense in order. Takes the snap. He'll go to Richard. 5th straight carry, and he picks up the first. Just 2 or 3 yards out to the 42-yard line, but that's all you need on 3rd and short. And it's another first down for Austintown Fitch, heavily leaning on the star back, DeAndre Richard, on this drive. 2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter as the Falcons looking to answer that Spartan touchdown drive. Callagher in the shotgun. Again, they've yet to go anywhere other than DeAndre Richard on this drive. Richard getting a play off. Callagher will play fake. Throws over the middle. Timing route, and it's caught on the slant out right near the sticks. Just a yard short of the sticks at the 33-yard line. Catch made by Brady Evans. Makes it 2nd down and 1. Again, Richard got that last play off. At least he'll get a second play as a breather. Callagher's in the gun on 2nd down and 1. He'll give it. Left side, Junie Higgs picks up the first down to the 30-yard line. That's 3 yards on the pickup and another first down for Austintown Fitch. They're starting to move the ball down the field. First 5 plays of the drive, all carries straight to DeAndre Richard. Now back-to-back plays. He's off the field. They're still able to get a first down. Pistol look, Higgs behind Callagher. Callagher just one pass on this drive. It was the 9-yard pickup a couple of plays ago. He gives it Higgs left side on the stretch play. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Victor DiMarzio brings him down. Ryan Mitchell and Frank Butto coming in to help get Higgs to the ground. Makes it 2nd down, and we'll call it 10.5. Ball right in between the 31 and 30-yard lines. DeAndre Richard will now check back into the game for Austintown Fitch. He's to Callagher's right as the Falcons try to move with a little bit of tempo. Callagher with a hard count. Now the Falcons will look towards their sideline for a play call. Just about 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Spartans up 7-0 on that Vince Butto long touchdown. DeAndre Richard, right side. Not much running room at all. He just gets to the 29-yard line. A 2-yard pickup for Richard on his 6th carry of the drive. It'll be 3rd and 9 for Austintown Fitch, but they're just going to let this first quarter clock bleed to the end of it at 10 seconds now, and you can see the Austintown Fitch Falcons migrating towards their sideline, as do the Boardman Spartans. 3rd and 9 will flip ends of the field. Ball at the Boardman 29-yard line when we come back. A perfect first quarter for the Spartans, a 7-0 lead on the Vince Butto 74-yard touchdown run, the only score in the opening frame.
How did things ever get so far with your high heating bills? You should have come to me. And if you had come to me, I could have told you to call Michael at MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. Michael is one of my trusted friends, and he will now be one of your friends. MP Vivo will take care of everything with a 96% high-efficiency furnace from Rude. Call MP Vivo for a free estimate at 330-259-0486 and let them take care of your situation.
It'll be Falcon football. They've got 3rd down and 9 from the Spartan 29-yard line on their 2nd drive of the game. It's been a long march, a drive that started back at their own 32-yard line. They picked up 4 first downs on the drive. 6 carries have gone to their star running back, DeAndre Richard. He's picked up 3 of the 4 first downs on the Fitch drive, but he needs another play now. Line to gain is the 20-yard line as the Spartan defense may need 2 plays to get it, but looking for a 2nd consecutive stop defensively to open up the ball game. Just the 3rd offensive possession by either team, 2nd for the Falcons. Again, they started the game with the football and went 3 and out. Then the Spartans went on a 4-minute touchdown drive. Callagher in the shotgun. Deep drop, looking to throw. Fires far sideline, pass is caught inside the 20 for a first down. Out to here, Ilwano makes the catch, 10-yard pickup. And the Falcons able to convert on 3rd and 9, out to the 19-yard line. First and 10 for the Falcons. Again, they're looking to answer that Boardman touchdown drive and tie this game. Shotgun look, Richard off the field on this play. It's Higgs in the backfield with Callagher. Callagher will throw the quick screen. It's caught by Brady Evans, looking for a block right side. Tries to cut it back in as he breaks one tackle, breaks another. And Evans picks up a decent chunk inside the 15. A lot of work to get down to the 13-yard line, a 6-yard pickup. But if it weren't for Jerry Smith getting back to his feet to get Evans to the ground after missing the first tackle, that could have been a touchdown for Evans. Big-time effort by Jerry Smith after missing the first tackle to get back to his feet and make the tackle at the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 4 as Richard re-enters the game. In a shotgun look. They'll run it right with Richard. Hit at the line of scrimmage and drop there at the 13-yard line. Looked like Abdel Abouanaj. Abouanaj makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Falcon offense. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down this drive. They got to get from the 13 to the 9-yard line. You got to imagine that they've got 2 plays to do it. This end of the field, 3rd and short, so long as they don't lose any yards here. They've got 7 seconds to snap the ball as they get to the line of scrimmage, now down to 4. They motion Higgs into the flat. Snap is taken with a second on the play clock, but Coach T.J. Parker didn't want to let it get any closer to a potential delay of game that would have made it 3rd down and 9. So Coach Parker burns the Falcons' first timeout of the game. Both teams with a pair of timeouts remaining, exactly 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. 3rd down and 4 for the Falcon offense coming up.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
3rd and 4 for the Falcon offense. Boardman's defense trying to get at least one of 2 potential plays they'd need to get off the field without allowing any points. Again, 2 players in the backfield with the quarterback Callagher. It's Richard to the left, Higgs to the right. Out of the Austintown Fitch timeout. Higgs motions left into the flat. It's an option play. He'll throw the screen. Evans goes up high to make the catch, but he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss back at the 15-yard line. Major play by the Boardman defense. Ryan Smith at the bottom of the pile, credited with the TFL. It's 4th down and 7 now, and we'll see what the Falcons do. Looks like they're going to attempt to take 3 points and just get on the board. So at the very least, the Spartans defense able to hold the lead here as Jackson Faulkner is on for the field goal attempt. It's a 31-yard kick. Evans to hold. Faulkner's kick is up. It's wobbly, and he missed it wide left. Faulkner misses the field goal, and the Boardman defense stands up strong again. The Falcons, no points on their opening 2 drives. And how about this start for the Spartans defense? They stand up on 3rd and 4. A 2-yard tackle for loss forces Coach Parker to try to take the field goal. And Faulkner just cannot find the uprights for 3 points. The Falcons still scoreless, and the Spartan offense will take the field. 9 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the second quarter. Already up a touchdown, and again, the Spartans get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Could potentially take a commanding spot in the driver's seat of this game if they can get some points on this drive. Butto will go under center, this bunch formation. It's what we saw the entire opening drive for Boardman. Butto will give it left side. Running room for Alex Battaglia left side, and he gets a 1st down out past the 30 to the 32-yard line. Battaglia gets 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, out to the 33. A great kick starter for the drive for the Boardman offense. Trying to go up 2 scores on the 6-1 Austintown Fitch Falcons. Again, Boardman 4-4. They're 11th in Division II Region 5. They control their own destiny for a playoff spot. Tonight's win would go a long way to getting them into the postseason. Vince Butto under center. Frank goes in motion. Give goes up the middle. Right side, it's DiMarzio for a first down, but he fumbled the ball at the end of the play, and Austintown Fitch has it. At the 45-yard line, DiMarzio fumbles it after picking up 12 yards. Recovered by Xavier Mayo, and that's the lifeline Austintown Fitch needed. 8:28 to play in the second quarter. The Spartan offense had 2 chunk plays on the ground, but DiMarzio puts the ball on the deck, and the Falcons pounce on it. 1st and 10, Austintown Fitch at the 46-yard line. A chance to cash in on the turnover and tie this game. Again, they went 3 and out their opening drive, and then just a few moments ago, the missed field goal by Faulkner. Shotgun for Callagher. He'll play fake, throws it to Evans on a bubble screen again, trying to make one man miss. He does. Evans spins inside the 40, sidestep at the 37, and that's where he's ushered out of bounds. Frank Butto makes the tackle, but a decent pickup on first down for Brady Evans. They'll spot him at the 37-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup to set up 2nd and 1. A big-time turn of events here in Boardman, though. The DiMarzio fumble after a 12-yard pickup on a 1st and 10 play, recovered by the Falcons. Completely changes the trajectory of this game. Shotgun, Callagher will fake the give to Richard, takes it himself. Callagher left side, has the first, and just lunges to the 35-yard line for an extra couple of yards after being hit right at the marker. It's a 3-yard pickup for the quarterback, Callagher, and a first down. Second time Callagher has carried the ball in this game. Both carries have gone for 3 yards. That one, though, picks up a first down. Ball's at the 34-yard line on the Spartan end of the field. 7:20 to play in the second quarter. Falcons a chance to tie the game after the forced fumble and recovery just a few plays ago. Callagher will drop back to throw. Looking left side. He's got 3 receivers in the pattern, but none of them open, so Callagher takes off. Big scramble pickup for Callagher out to the 26-yard line. It's 8 yards on the quarterback scramble by Colin Callagher. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Spartans will make some defensive substitutions before the 2nd and short play. Boardman's defense has been tough to score on the last couple of weeks. They gave up 10 points against Warren G. Harding, pitched a shutout against Howland last week, haven't given up anything through a quarter and a half against this prolific Falcon offense. But DeAndre Richard trying to change that on this drive. He picks up a first down and gets shoved out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. And it's a first down for Austintown Fitch. They're in the red zone at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. This is right around the area of the field they got on their previous drive before the Spartans defense turned them away. They're looking to change that script on this drive. Pistol look with Richard as the tailback. He gets the call left side. Big hole for DeAndre Richard to run through as he gets down to the 10-yard line. A 9-yard pickup on first down for DeAndre Richard. And the Falcons just a yard away from getting first down and goal to go. That was one of the biggest running lanes of the day. Right up the middle for DeAndre Richard. The Spartan front 7 had been making it tough on Richard to find those type of running lanes. In the pistol, Richard gets the call up the middle, right into the stack at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he powered for the first down to the 8-yard line, only 2 yards, but it's good enough for a fresh set of downs. First and goal for the Falcon offense. DeAndre Richard getting a lot of calls tonight, no different than the rest of the season or the rest of his career with the Falcons. We mentioned it, he's the all-time leading rusher in Austintown Fitch Falcon history, achieving that feat as a junior. Falcons burning some clock here on this drive. They haven't had to go too much field, but taking off as much time as they can. Shotgun look. Callagher will give it to Richard again. Right side, Richard at the 5. Spins off a tackle, down to the 2 before he's brought to the ground. A 6-yard pickup for Richard. Makes it second down and goal, and the Falcons can taste their first score of the game. Spartan defense trying to make another big stand. Again, they've only given up 1 touchdown in the last 2 weeks. Falcons trying to match that number here in the first half. Callagher motions Evans onto the line. Takes the snap. He'll give it Richard up the middle. Plunging for the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. DeAndre Richard breaks the scoring seal for Austintown Fitch. 7-6 the score, and the PAT would tie the game. A 46-yard touchdown drive capped off by DeAndre Richard. He gets into the end zone again and gives way for Faulkner to try to tie the game with the point after. He missed the 32-yard kick a few moments ago, earlier in this quarter. Evans to hold for him. This time the operation clean and the kick good. We're tied 7 apiece with 4:15 to play in the second quarter at Boardman Spartan Stadium between the Falcons and the Spartans. We're already approaching the end of the first half here. 4:15 to play in the second quarter. A fast-moving first half. Both teams burning clock offensively, moving the ball methodically. Only 5 offensive possessions in the game so far, combined between Austintown Fitch and Boardman. The Spartans will get it for the 3rd time today. Their 2 drives, a 93-yard touchdown drive, and then a fumble at their own 45-yard line after just 2 plays. So 2 stark contrasts to their drives to start the game. This kick from Faulkner is fielded at the 15-yard line by Smith. Smith is spun down at the 24-yard line. It looked like he muffed that when the ball first got to him. He was able to pick it up cleanly, though, and get a decent return out to the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. And here comes the Boardman offense again, trying to shake off the turnover the last time they touched the field and get that run game back going, trying to reclaim the lead before half. Again, the Spartans get the ball to start the third quarter. They won the toss and elected to defer earlier today. Again, the Falcons in this rivalry series have won 9 consecutive games. It's been 10 years. 2015 was the last time the Spartans beat Austintown Fitch. Trying to break that streak tonight. Butto under center, a couple of wideouts in the formation. First time we've seen this from Boardman tonight. Butto will fake the give, takes it himself. Right side, bounces off a tackler, and gets out past the 25-yard line. Spot is right around the 27 as Butto picks up 4 yards on first down. Line to gain is the 33-yard line for the Spartans on their own end of the field. And again, you see Boardman using up just about as much of the play clock as they can. They break the huddle with 10 seconds to snap it, and Butto goes under center. Again, 2 receivers out wide in the set. This time they're to Butto's left. Last play they were to the right. Butto will give it on the end-around carry. Ryan Mitchell breaks a tackle and slips out to the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup there for Mitchell to make it 3rd down and 3. First time Mitchell has carried the ball in this game. One of the leading rushers on this team, Mitchell, Butto, and Smith, the guys who get a majority of the carries. We have seen some Victor DiMarzio and Alex Battaglia in the rushing attack tonight as well for Boardman. Again, they're at their best when they can incorporate 4 or 5 different ball carriers in the ground game. Makes it confusing for defenses. 3rd and 3, Butto will fake the give, takes it himself. Right side, has the first down, and he emerges from a pile for a big pickup out to the 49-yard line. The tough running from Vince Bono on full display in this first half. Picks up 15 plus on the first down carry out to the 48-yard line. And you see that just time and time again. You think you got him down defensively, and Vince Butto just emerges from a pile of nothingness for a big-time pickup. And he does it again on that play to make it 1st and 10 out near the 50. Boardman trying to get it to the Falcon end of the field. Butto will fake the give. He wants to throw this one. Fires it down the field. He's got a man open, but he overthrew Battaglia at the 30-yard line. He was open on a little wheel route to the left side of that formation, but the throw just a bit over the head of Battaglia. With 2 minutes and a second to play in the second quarter, it'll be 2nd down and 10, but Butto just missing what would have been a major pickup for the Spartan offense. That's the first time Boardman has put the ball into the air tonight. They've had enough success on the ground to continuously run the ball, trying to catch the Falcons off guard there, and they had an open route with Battaglia, but just a little too far with the throw was Butto. He gives this one to Mitchell, and Mitchell gives it on a second carry on the left side. The Falcons were not fooled at all, but a flag comes in on the tackle. Battaglia got the second carry there. Mitchell got the first and gave way to Battaglia. But as Battaglia went to the ground, looked like they may have grabbed his face mask, and it'll be a free 15 yards for the Spartan offense and a 1st down. A gift given to them by the Falcon defense. And now Boardman at the Austintown Fitch 38-yard line, threatening to go back up. And it looks like they called targeting. The call must have been helmet-to-helmet contact. There is no official targeting, at least not in the NCAA rulebook type of way. There is helmet-to-helmet contact penalties. And that seems to be what the call was there. Nonetheless, 1st and 10, Boardman at the Falcon 38-yard line, trying to reclaim the lead. Butto under center. Fakes the give, keeps it himself right side. And he gets out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Fitzgerald was trying to chase him down from the backside of that play. Couldn't get to him until Butto got out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup for the Spartan quarterback on the carry. And we haven't said the name of Markey Fitzgerald too much in this game. He had a tackle for loss on that opening drive, but Boardman trying to run the ball away from him or put 2 blockers on Fitzgerald when they run his direction. It's been very difficult for offenses to eliminate the impact of Markey Fitzgerald, but in this first half, Boardman has done a very solid job of it. Butto will fake the give to Mitchell on the end around, gets it into the flat pass, caught DiMarzio. He is upended inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. He's a yard shy of the line to gain, and it looks like we have an injured Falcon on the field. The Falcon defender that made that hit, that tackle on DiMarzio, just outside the numbers. Isaiah Porch was the injured Falcon on that play, a bit hunched over as he is helped to the Falcon sideline. Good news that he got up to his feet quick and is able to walk off the field under his own power. But that, at least for a play or two, a big loss for Austintown Fitch. Porch, the only listed starter that plays both ways, both corner and receiver. So he's going to get a couple of plays off at least. 3rd and 1. Clock now running inside a minute to play in the second quarter. Butto under center. We'll give it to Mitchell. Mitchell just got back to the line of scrimmage. He did not get the first down. It's 4th and 1 as the Falcon defensive line makes a stand. And that'll force Boardman to burn their second timeout of the half. They've only got one remaining. 4th and 1 coming up. In this area of the field, seems like a pretty obvious go-for-it situation if you're Boardman. A punt doesn't do you too much in terms of changing field position. The Falcons have a pair of timeouts if they were able to get a stop here and get the ball back offensively. But doesn't seem like that this is in field goal range for Oswaldo Salinas for the Spartans. So you got to assume that that offense is going to go back on the field, and they are in the huddle on their near sideline with their head coach, DJ Dota, discussing the game plan. Gives us a chance to check a couple of scores around our YSN family of teams. Crestview up 14-6 on Garrettsville Garfield. Jackson Milton a 14-0 lead on Campbell. Poland up 28-0 on Lakeview. And Girard up 21-6 on Hubbard. Again, those are just a handful of scores on a big night of football around our YSN family of teams. You can check all of the scores on our scores tab on the ysnlive.com website. 4th and 1. Bunch set. Spartans looking to pick up a first down. Butto will go under center. Takes the snap, fakes the give, keeps it himself. Left side, trying to power for the first down. Second effort for Butto. Gets him the first to the 27-yard line. And once again, you see the tough running by Vince Butto, just keeping the legs moving. The extra effort moves the chains, but Boardman's got to go here with some tempo. They've only got a timeout remaining, 30 seconds remaining in the half, and the clock is winding. 1st and 10 from the 27. Butto is under center. He'll take the snap, fake a couple of gives, wants to throw, steps up, rolls right, and he's sacked. Back at the 27-yard line with 17 seconds in the quarter remaining. And Coach Dota's going to have to burn his final time out of the half. And there's Marky Fitzgerald making a play. He sacks Butto for a 2-yard loss at the 27-yard line with 17 seconds to play in the second quarter. And now the Spartans without a timeout remaining. So they've got to get either out of bounds or get a first down to stop the clock. And you got to wonder at what point do they feel comfortable sending Oswaldo Salinas out for a potential field goal attempt just to take a 3-point lead before half. Spent a lot of time after the 4th down pickup huddling up and discussing a play call. Probably spent about 10 seconds, if not more, of game clock from the end of that play to the time it was snapped by Vince Butto, and the clock stopped momentarily to move the chains. So you wonder if Boardman is fine with just trying a field goal potentially or coming away with no points if it means the Falcons don't touch the ball the remainder of the quarter. Again, Boardman will get it to start the third quarter when that time comes. Smith motions into the flat. Fake pitch. Butto looking to throw. Taking a shot. Battaglia's way. Incomplete. Knocked away. Tough play for Battaglia. In coverage, Junie Higgs to make it 3rd down and 10 with 11 seconds to play in the quarter. And you wonder, again, where does Boardman feel comfortable kicking a field goal if they can stop the clock by getting out of bounds or getting a first down and spiking it to get the field goal unit onto the field. Boardman can take some time here. The clock stops after the incompletion, but only 8 seconds to snap it. They break the huddle with 5. They've got to snap this football, no timeout to avoid the delay of game. Butto under center. And they're actually going to get a gift here. Coach TJ Parker with a pair of timeouts remaining. He's going to call one of his last 2. Wanted to see the Boardman formation call a timeout and get into the right defense to prevent Boardman from getting any extra yards or getting out of bounds to give way for a potential Salinas field goal. From this point in the field, it would be a 45-yard attempt for Salinas. He was kicking from right around 40-45 pregame. He was trying this area. So we'll see, again, at what point does Coach DJ Dota feel comfortable sending Salinas out for a field goal attempt if they can get the clock stopped and pick up yards. Again, it cannot be overstated how major this game is for playoff implications. If Boardman wins, they continue to control their own destiny. In all likelihood, they could clinch a playoff spot tonight. Maybe not officially, but they would put themselves very squarely into the playoff picture. Austintown Fitch can secure themselves a top 4 seed and a first-round bye with a win tonight. Butto, a couple of play fakes. He's looking to throw. Sets, fires to Battaglia's side. It is caught, but Battaglia bobbled it on his way to the ground out of bounds. They call it incomplete. The throw maybe half a beat behind Battaglia. He made the catch, but I think the official's saying that Battaglia bobbled it on his way to the ground. The ball would have been at the 3-yard line, and Battaglia got out of bounds, so the clock would have stopped. Boardman could have realistically thought about a touchdown play, but instead they will kick the field goal. It will be a 44-yard try for Oswaldo Salinas. Vince Butto will hold for him. Here's one more look at the catch, the incompletion from Battaglia before the field goal. We'll take another look at it after the try here from Salinas. Actually, we may get a chance to look at it now as the Falcons burn a timeout, maybe trying to ice Oswaldo Salinas. It would be a 44-yard field goal if he can nail this one to put Boardman up 10-7. But Boardman was inches away from having this ball inside the 5 for first and goal with the clock stopped as Battaglia landed out of bounds. Here's another look at it. Trying to slow this one down. Battaglia, a bit of a bobble maybe at the last second there. Let's watch here as he gets inside the 5. That last second, it's really tough to tell, even in slow motion. But it may have been bobbled just a bit as Battaglia's left arm, or right arm, lands out of bounds. Again, that's really tough to tell. Want to shout out BTSN for providing you with the visuals for tonight's game. Great camera shot there and a great replay, but still just so tough to tell. That is a really tough call. It results in a 44-yard field goal attempt. Oswaldo Salinas, Vince Butto will hold. The left-footed kicker gets it away, but he missed it wide right. Pulled that one, and it's no good. And Boardman not able to come away with any points at the end of the half, and we will go to the halftime break tied at 7 apiece. It's been a great football game from Boardman Spartan Stadium, and we got 24 minutes of regulation action coming up in a few minutes. 7-7, Spartans and Falcons all knotted up. We'll keep it here for the Austintown Fitch and Boardman High School halftime shows from each respective marching bands. But again, 7-7 our score. The Spartans and the Falcons knotted up in this Week 9 rivalry matchup with playoff implications galore.
Good evening, Boardman, and welcome to tonight's halftime performance. We proudly present to you the 2025-2026 Austintown Fitch Marching Band. The band is led onto the field by junior drum major Peyton Bullitt and senior drum major Kristen Schrock. This evening's halftime performance is comprised of music chosen by the senior band members, including I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, Firework by Katy Perry, and Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. And now, the Austintown tradition continues with the color guard presentation of the American flag. As the band concludes with our national march, the Stars and Stripes, forever. The Austintown Fitch Band would like to thank everyone for their continued support, and we wish the best of luck to Coach Parker and our Fitch Falcon football team in the second half. Go Falcons, march on!
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime enjoyment, the Boardman local schools are proud to present the 2025 edition of the Boardman Spartan Marching Band. We now welcome to the field some special guests, the Spartan Semi-Sweethearts. These performers in grades K through 4 participated in the Sweethearts Dance Camp this summer and are excited to show what they learned. Featuring soloist Ava Kalbaski, here's the exciting Sing, Sing, Sing. to the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. Here is Crazy Train.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling. We drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
The ins and outs of everyday life can be chaotic. This is how every hectic day should end. Get any one of these hot tubs for less than $189 a month. And for right now, you can run on dealer money, which is 0% APR for 72 months. Your escape is just a step away. Visit your favorite location or burnettpools.com/Vita-spas for a quote today.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
From Gia's to...
Just moments away from the start of the second half here at Boardman Spartan Stadium between the Spartans and the Austintown Fitch Falcons, tied 7-7 after 2 quarters of play. Boardman will get the ball first. They won the toss and elected to defer at the start of this game. So we will see that Spartan offense on the field to start quarter number 3. Vince Butto had a 74-yard rushing touchdown on the opening drive of the game for the Spartans after forcing a 3-and-out to start the game. Then the Falcons missed a field goal their second drive, forced a fumble by Victor DiMargio. The Falcons, their third drive, their final drive, it ended up being of the first half. They started at their own 46-yard line. DeAndre Richard ran it in for a 2-yard touchdown. Then the Spartans took the remaining 4 minutes and 19 seconds of second quarter clock away, tried a 44-yard field goal from Oswaldo Salinas, but it missed wide right, and that is how we're at 7-7. And the pace of this game, the game plan for Boardman has been executed exactly the way they wanted. Possess the ball as much as you can, establish the run early and often. Only 3 passes in the first half by Vince Butto. They ran the ball early. They've run the ball effectively in this game, and they've, more importantly, kept that Falcon offense on the sideline about as much as they could of trying to keep the ball out of the hands of DeAndre Richard, Colin Callagher, and company for Austintown Fitch, and they'll be able to keep the ball out of their hands for a little bit to start the third quarter. We'll see if the Falcons have made any adjustments defensively, but Austintown Fitch, their defense has been exceptional since that opening week loss against Hudson. They haven't given up 20 points since that loss against Hudson. But they have not had many answers for the Spartans on the ground other than the forced fumble. The Spartan offense has had their way in this game. Before we start the quarter, we'll look at some other scores around our YSN family of teams before we start quarter number 3. Liberty up on Champion 50-0 at halftime. Poland a 35-0 lead on Lakeview. Lisbon a 35-7 lead on Leetonia. Canfield up 31-0 on Howland. Struthers up 24-0 on Niles. And McDonald a 7-6 lead against Springfield. Again, you can check all of our scores on the YSNLive.com scores tab on our website, or you can go tune into the Audible Call right now on all of our social media platforms. Tune into the Joe Dickey Electric Scoreboard Show after all the games are wrapped up, also on all of our social media platforms and on YSNLive.com. Faulkner to kick it off for the Falcons to get the third quarter started, and it's a ground ball kick that's picked up at about the 35-yard line, and just sliding down is Nathaniel Valentin. And a smart play by Valentin just to go down. You take solid starting field position at your own 35-yard line and let your offense go to work. Don't let anything crazy happen special teams to give Fitch a huge breath of fresh air to start the third quarter. So Vince Butto and company will get to take the field 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line to start the third quarter. Again, Boardman looking for their first win in this rivalry series since 2015. They've lost 9 in a row against the Falcons. A great first half to try to break that streak. Butto will go under center to start the third quarter. He will take it himself after a fake pitch left side, but there's not much there for Vince Butto. He may have worked his way to the 35-yard line for a half-yard pickup. A lot of Falcons in on the stop. DeMar Rogers was around the ball, JoJo Lumsden. But Marky Fitzgerald was the first one into the backfield to force Butto into the traffic. So he won't get credited with anything on a tackle or a TFL there, but Fitzgerald making a big play to direct Butto into the arms of Rogers and Lumsden. 2nd down and 9 from the 35-yard line. Butto motions Frank, and he gives it left side, muscling to the 37-yard line. Is Ryan Smith on the carry, only a couple of yards, and it's 3rd down and 6. For the Spartan offense, we'll call it 3rd and 7 for Boardman. On their opening drive of the third quarter, there was only one punt in the first half. It was on Austintown Fitch's opening drive when they went 3 and out. Other than that, both teams have a touchdown drive and a missed field goal. Boardman's other drive was the fumble on the second play by DiMaggio. Can they pick it up 3rd and 7? They got to get to the 44-yard line to keep the drive going. Butto under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the give, takes it himself, breaks one tackle, and tries to plunge forward, but he is driven back at the 40-yard line. Isaiah Porch going to get credited with the tackle. 4th and 4, and the Spartans will go 3 and out to start the third quarter. The Falcon defense forcing the first punt of the day and doing exactly what the Spartan defense did to Austintown Fitch at the start of this game, forcing the 3 and out to start the half. Hamilton to punt. It's Evans to return. It's a good kick. It'll bounce at the 25-yard line, checks up for Evans there. He'll return it left side, spins out of a tackle at the 30, trying to get the edge at the 30, but he's tracked down at the 29-yard line by Coben Scarcella. And it'll be 1st and 10, Austintown Fitch from their own 29-yard line. Scarcella making a big-time tackle on special teams. But here comes DeAndre Richard, Colin Callagher, and the dangerous Falcon offense. Only 7 points on the scoreboard, but of their 3 drives, they moved it inside the 20-yard line on 2 of them. A missed field goal was the result of that other drive that got into the red zone. So Austintown Fitch trying to take their first lead of the game with 9:54 to play in the third quarter. They will take over their first drive in the second half. Pistol look for Callagher with Richard as the tailback. Callagher will throw, quick hitter far side, pass caught just shy of the 35-yard line and driven out of bounds at the 34 is Ilwano. Ilwano's second catch of the game. They'll spot him at the 33-yard line, and here comes tempo from the Falcon offense. Empty set, Callagher, quick hitter. Richard makes a catch, hit at the line of scrimmage, but he breaks a tackle. Richard on the move is wrestled down at the 36-yard line. Nice tackle made Frank Butto around the ball alongside Nathaniel Valentin. Valentin is actually slow to get up. He's able to get to his feet, and he'll jog, a little gingerly off the field. He will be replaced by Carter Detmer, who jogs on the field in Valentin's replacement. 3rd down and 3 now for the Falcons. Richard ended up breaking 3 tackles on the play that picked up 3 yards to the 36-yard line. First down markers at the 39. Spartans trying to force their second 3 and out of the day. They did it at the start of the first quarter. Can they do it on their first drive in the third? Shotgun. Richard to Callagher's right in a shotgun look. Callagher fakes, rolls right looking to throw, fires on the move, caught. Inside the 50, making a move and breaking a tackle inside the 40 is Ilwano. He spins out of another, still on his feet at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Falcons. What a run after the catch by Altahir Ilwano. And Austintown Fitch leads for the first time tonight. Just a basic design roll right for Callagher. Boardman had Ilwano down about 3 times, but he breaks tackle after tackle and takes it for a 64-yard touchdown. Faulkner on for the extra point to make it 14-7. Early in the third quarter, 8:38 to play in the third, as Faulkner boots the kick through the uprights. It's good. 14-7 Falcons. Altahir Ilwano, the 64-yard catch and run to put the Falcons up for the first time tonight here at Spartan Stadium. Boardman will get a chance to respond.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be-open GABA Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
Callagher to Ilwano gives the Falcons their first lead tonight, a 64-yard catch and run by one of the Fitch's leading receivers, and for the first time tonight, they are up on the scoreboard 14-7 after the 3-play 71-yard touchdown drive. It's a low kick, and it's going to bounce at the 30-yard line. Boardman dives on it at the 30. That's Detmer who gets on the ball, and a flag comes in late. Some jawing back and forth between the Spartans and Falcons, and Boardman seems to think they're going to get a free 15 yards added onto the end of this kick. They will for a personal foul penalty against Fitch. It only goes one way, so Boardman's going to get this at the 45-yard line instead of the 30. That's a major change in field position. So Boardman with good starting field position, now needing a touchdown to tie the game. This is the first time they faced a deficit tonight. And Boardman looking for what would just be their second win this season against a team with a winning record. Their other win came against Maple Heights back in week 3. Butto fakes a give, takes it himself right side. Just runs right into the stack of Falcon defenders at the 48-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup for Butto on first down. And so far, just 4 plays for this Falcon defense, but they've done a much better job against the run than that first half. The Spartans were doing basically whatever they wanted running the football outside of the one fumble by Victor DiMargio, a play in which he had a 12-yard pickup before the ball got ripped from his hands. Butto goes under center on 2nd and 7. Motions Frank Butto right to left. He'll give it left side. This is Ryan Smith, and Smith is hit at the 49-yard line and driven backwards. That's actually Alex Battaglia on the carry. And Battaglia gets up, shaken up. He took a big hit after picking up a couple of yards on that play, maybe just one. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 from the 49-yard line on the Spartan end of the field. And now the Falcon defense flying around. Boardman's got to get to Fitch's 45 to move the sticks. And you wonder if they can get it to 4th down and 3 or 4th down and 2. Would they go for it? Frank Butto motions. Vince was going to carry it himself on a play fake, but the flag comes in from the official in the secondary. It'll be a delay of game. The play clock was at 0 before Boardman got the snap off, and it's now 3rd and 11 for the Spartan offense. And this third quarter has gone perfectly for the Falcons. They now have a 3rd and long defensively, trying to get off the field and get the ball back up 7. We'll see where Boardman goes on 3rd and 11. Butto will go back under center. No wideouts in the formation. Butto. Play fake. Will look to throw. Pressured and sacked. Back at the 36-yard line. DeMar Rogers got to him off the edge on the pressure. And it's another 3 and out for the Spartan offense. And Austintown Fitch has come out of the locker room fired up. Hamilton will punt. Evans will return, and the Falcons will get the ball up 7. A chance to stretch a lead in the middle of the third quarter. Low snap, it skips to Hamilton. He's able to corral it and get a kick off. Evans underneath of it. He fields it at the 33. Returns it right. Looking for a block. Flag thrown. 3 flags thrown, all presumably for the same penalty because they're all in the same spot, as Evans returns it out to the 50-yard line before Detmer brings him to the ground. But you assume this one is going to be coming back for holding on Austintown Fitch. Still waiting for the penalty call and where the officials say the holding occurred. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So this ball will be at least brought back to the 30-yard line. That's exactly where it's going to be brought back. It's actually an illegal block in the back, still 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcon offense from the 30, and now the Spartan defense down 7 on their heels, really needing to get a stop. Austintown Fitch has scored a touchdown on their last 2 possessions. The last time they touched it in the first half, they punched it into the end zone, and just 3 plays needed on that last drive. Here that opened the third quarter for the Fitch offense to get a touchdown. After that, Altahir Ilwano, 64-yard catch and run touchdown. 1st and 10 for Austintown Fitch. Richard runs onto the field late in place of Higgs as the running back to the right of Callagher in a shotgun look. Callagher will give Richard left side, running room for DeAndre Richard. He hits the sideline left side and gets tripped up at about the 50-yard line. Frank Butto got him, but a big carry, 20 yards for DeAndre Richard. And here comes tempo from that Falcon offense. They're really kicking it into high gear. Empty set for Callagher. He'll roll right, looking to throw. Sets up the seam, pass caught at the 35 and down to the 30. Goes DeAndre Reed, the senior tight end. Makes his first catch of the game and another 20-yard pickup for the Falcon offense. Now the Falcons will slow down a tad here, but 2 20-yard pickups has them at the Spartan 30. And all of a sudden, the Falcons have turned this game on its head in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Austintown Fitch. Shotgun look, Higgs into the game for Richard. It's a little pop pass on the jet motion. Wayne Holloway gets inside the 20-yard line to the 17. Holloway's first touch of the game. Technically goes as a completion, but essentially a run play. And the Falcons pick up 13 yards. They'll go no huddle again. Higgs still in the game as the back. Callagher throws. Evans was going to get blown up on that screen play, but the play is whistled dead and a flag is on the field for a false start. So the Falcons will have to move back 5 yards. 1st and 15 coming up. Ball now spotted at the 22. Approaching 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Falcons threatening to take a 2-score lead. This has been a complete complete 180 from what we saw in the first half. The Spartan defense taking away that big playability from Austintown Fitch and controlling time of possession. It's been the opposite story through 7 minutes of play in the second half. Throw is bobbled and caught in the flat out to the 16-yard line. DeAndre Reed, another catch. That one he had to tip back to himself to haul in the catch and pick up 6 yards on the catch and run. Ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for the Falcon offense. Now remember, they were down inside the 20, this area of the field on their second drive of the game. They were forced to kick a field goal that was no good. The Spartan defense hoping they can force a similar result here to try to keep this a 7-point game. Maybe they can force a red zone turnover. But the Falcons offense has really kicked it into high gear in the third quarter. A couple of pre-snap motions. Evans makes the final motion from right to left. As left side goes Higgs on the carry. Gets a block, breaks a tackle, and he's driven out of bounds, shy of the line to gain. Higgs will be spotted at the 6-yard line. He picks up 8, but it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Falcon offense, and they're going to try to go tempo. Spartans trying to make a late substitution here. Ryan Smith trying to run off the field. He did not get off the field in time, so there's going to be a penalty for 12 men on the field for the Spartan defense. So that is going to be half the distance to the goal and a 1st down for Austintown Fitch. That up-tempo offensive idea, getting a free penalty so they don't even have to run a 3rd down play. They can just get 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Shotgun for Callahert. DeAndre Richard re-enters the game. He's to the left side of Callahert, a shotgun look. A couple of extra tight ends into the game. Richard, right side, diving! Touchdown Falcons! A second for DeAndre Richard, and a 20-7 lead for Austintown Fitch with 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. DeAndre Richard, a pair of touchdowns tonight in this third quarter, has been all Austintown Fitch. Faulkner to kick the PAT, trying to make it a 14-point lead. And the operation is clean. 21-7, Austintown Fitch. A commanding start to this second half. Here in the third quarter, they forced 2 3-and-outs defensively, 2 touchdown drives offensively, and a perfect third quarter start for Austintown Fitch.
The Links at Firestone Farms is the area's premier golf course and provides a great test for golfers of all ages. Enjoy playing 18 holes on our signature Link-style layout. Stop in our fully stocked golf shop or fine-tune your game at our practice facility. The Links has everything you need to take your game to the next level. After the round, stop up at our on-site sports bar, located on the 2nd floor of the clubhouse, located in Columbiana at the corner of 7 and 14. The Links at Firestone Farms. Elevate your game.
The Falcons ready to kick it away to the Boardman Spartans, but it's a 21-7 lead for Austintown Fitch. This has been a quarter dominated by the 6-1 Falcons. They have not allowed the Spartans to get a 1st down offensively, and a couple of long touchdown drives for the Falcons when they had the ball. Could not have drawn it up better if you were TJ Parker in the halftime locker room. High bounce on a short kick. It is fielded at the 30-yard line and returned to about the 32 by Chris Bricker. And it will be about average starting field position for Boardman, but very quickly this has gone from the Spartans doing whatever they want offensively, controlling the tempo of this game, holding the ball and keeping Fitch's offense out of the field, running the ball at will, and all of a sudden now it's desperation mode for the Spartans. Got to come away with a touchdown, it feels like, on this drive. Butto will go under center to start this drive as the Spartans try to kick the offense back into high gear. He'll give it left side. Ryan Smith, stutter step, and he may have gotten a couple of yards to the 33-yard line. But again, not much cooking in the run game now for the Spartans. This Falcon defense hitting their stride out of the halftime break. And looking at some of the other games that Austintown Fitch played against fellow Division II opponents, a couple in Region 5. Hudson, that 28-14 loss to start the season there, 6th place in Division II Region 5. A 17-14 win against Riverside, who's 9th in the region. And then a 14-7 win against Perry, who's 17th in Region 7. So they had not played their best football against Division II teams prior to today. Only one score wins in those previous 3 games against D2 teams, but this second half they're trying to really pour it on, and the Spartans not helping their cause here. A false start on 2nd and 8. That is going to back it up to 2nd and 13. Ball now at the 28-yard line for the Spartan offense. Butto will go under center. Fakes a couple of gives, wants to throw, but he's pressured, so Butto rolls right and just chucks it to the sideline. He was outside the pocket, so as long as he got it to the line of scrimmage, it's not intentional grounding, but I think the far side official is signaling that there was also a receiver in the area, so all of that is a moot point. It is not intentional grounding. It'll be 3rd and 13, but the defensive line for Austintown Fitch in both the run and the pass game starting to get into that Spartan backfield on a very consistent basis, trying to force a 3rd consecutive 3-and-out defensively. 3rd and 13 for the Boardman Spartans. They'll run 2 wideouts to the right of Butto. Now Mitchell, the end-around motion. Fake the pitch. Butto steps up, pressured. He's going to take off and run left side. Chased down from behind at the 35-yard line. That a big-time tackle made by Dylan Crone. If Crone doesn't make that tackle, Butto at least has a first down and maybe more. But instead, he's tackled 5 yards shy of the line to gain, and it's another 3-and-out for the Spartan offense. So Hamilton will punt it away again. This time, Junie Higgs is set to return for Austintown Fitch. Snap is low, but once again, Hamilton able to pick it up on the skip. Higgs lets it bounce, goes over his head. He's going to chase after it, pick it up, and try to return it. Higgs left side to the 20. And he's just brought down by his cleats at the 22-yard line. Ray Vodhandel makes the tackle, and it'll be a long field for Austintown Fitch. But they have had 0 issues moving this ball in the 3rd quarter. And a touchdown here for the Falcons would put them in complete control and potentially be the final thing that buries Boardman in this game. That first half, so promising for the Spartans. Completely dominated time of possession, ran the ball at will against a stout Fitch defense. But the 3rd quarter has been a completely different story. Callagher will give it to Richard right side, and he's brought down for a loss. Ryan Smith was the first to hit him back at the 20-yard line. Richard loses a pair of yards. It'll be 2nd and 12, and those are plays that the Spartan defense needs to climb back into this game and potentially make a comeback. About 50 seconds to play in the 3rd. Fitch can snap this one inside 40 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter and make it the final play of the 3rd, as long as it's not an incomplete pass or the ball carrier doesn't run out of bounds. A lot of pre-snap motions. It ends up being a shotgun look. Callagher to throw. Hits Richard in the flat. Makes one man miss. Gets a block to the 25. Out to the 30. A solid pickup by DeAndre Richard on the little swing pass out to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it will be 3rd and 3 for the Fitch offense. And that'll be the play that opens up the fourth quarter. 3 quarters in the books. The third completely dominated by Austintown Fitch. They lead it 21-7 as we go to the fourth. The Spartan defense going to look to make an offensive stand and kickstart a 14-point comeback. 12 minutes of regulation football remain here at Boardman Spartan Stadium. We'll be back with the fourth quarter.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Holloway Insurance in Columbiana and Lisbon if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Falcon football at the 29-yard line, their own end of the field. They need to get to their 32 for a first down. The Spartan defense has had no answers for this Falcon attack. They've got a number of guys involved. DeAndre Reed, the tight ends, made a couple of catches. Brady Evans involved. Obviously, DeAndre Richard, he had a touchdown. Altahir Ilwano made that 64-yard touchdown catch and run that really kick-started this Falcon offense into high gear. Shotgun look. It's Higgs in the game as the back in the formation. Quick throw, far side, caught by Ilwano for a first down. He's ushered out of bounds at the 38-yard line. But just a quick hitter, no time for any Spartan pressure to get home. Callagher finds the guy who's been his favorite target tonight in Altahir Ilwano. Ball spotted at the 37, and now the Falcon offense can go back to that slow, methodical tempo we saw the majority of the first half, trying to burn clock in this game and prevent the Spartans from having any time to make a comeback. Right side, Higgs is tripped up in the backfield. Ryan Smith makes another tackle for loss. That's already his second of the drive. He made one on DeAndre Richard on the opening play of this drive. It's 2nd down and 11 now. Line to gain is the 47-yard line on Fitch's end of the field. Again, a shotgun formation. Higgs has taken a number of snaps as the running back in this second half. Callagher waiting for that play clock to get down before he snaps, and now he gives it Higgs. Left side, bursts through the line of scrimmage and into the Boardman secondary at the Spartan 47-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for Junie Higgs to move the chains. And another Falcon first down, doing whatever they want on the offensive side. As they try to extend their winning streak to 7 on the season and really secure their top 4 spot come playoff time. Callagher fakes the give to Richard, wants to throw, taking a shot, has a man wide open, but it's overthrown. He had Brady Evans wide open on a double move down the right sideline, but just over the outstretched hands of Evans, and it falls incomplete. And that's a throw Colin Callagher is going to want back tomorrow morning when he goes back and watches the film. That could have been the dagger to the Spartans. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10 with the clock stopped, 10-12 remaining in regulation. Shotgun look, DeAndre Richard re-enters the game for the 2nd consecutive play. Callagher will give it to him. Left side, Richard bounces off one tackler and finally gets wrestled to the ground at the 44-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup for DeAndre Richard. They may give him the 43, which would be a 4-yard pick up Vince Butto and Frank Butto in on the stop alongside Khalid Muhammad. And it's 3rd down and 7. Falcons have to get to the Spartan 37-yard line to move the sticks. Shotgun formation for Callagher. Richards off set to his right. Callagher taking a shot up the seam, wide open and dropped by Ilwano. Ilwano had another long touchdown catch. It was put right on his face mask, but he drops it. 2 big pass plays left on the plate by the Falcon offense. The one to Evans 2 plays ago, just overthrown in that one. A perfect throw up the seam to Ilwano that he's not able to haul in. Would have been his 2nd touchdown today. But instead, the Falcons will have to send the punting unit onto the field. And all of a sudden, Boardman has been given a small lifeline in this game. They'll get the ball back down 14, just inside 9.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter if all goes well on the punt. Evans rolls right. He's going to throw. It's a fake to Ilwano, and he caught it at the 30-yard line inside the 30. Boardman had a safe man return set up, but they weren't ready for the fake. Evans throws it to Ilwano, who holds on that time, and it's a 1st down for the Falcons. A gutsy fake punt executed to perfection. Ball is spotted at the 27-yard line. It's about a 15-yard pickup. And the Falcons can send the offense back onto the field for what they hope is the game-clinching drive. Higgs into the game as the offset running back shotgun. Callagher will give it. Higgs, right side, bounces off a tackler, hits the right sideline with a block, and goes out of bounds near the 1st down marker at the 17-yard line. It'll be really close to that line to gain. No flag thrown. Austintown Fitch really wants one for either a late hit or an unsportsmanlike, something after the play. And now the officials will discuss. And they will call a penalty. The flag was never thrown, but they are going to assess a dead ball personal foul penalty against Boardman. Half the distance to the goal, and it's still 1st down for the Falcons, nearing the touchdown that would put this thing away. They can sniff a 10th straight win over their rival, the Boardman Spartans. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Shotgun, DeAndre Richard is to Callagher's right. He gets the call, left side. Richard is tripped up in the backfield for a loss. Ryan Smith, a 3rd TFL on the drive. This time he brings Richard down back at the 15-yard line. A 5, maybe a 6-yard loss. It'll actually be a 7-yard loss. Back to the 16-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. A field goal does make this a 3-possession game. And that's the goal for Fitch's offense right now. Inside 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Pistol formation, Higgs is the tailback. Callagher, play fake. Looking right side, looking end zone. It is tipped and incomplete. That was nearly intercepted by Vince Butto, who's playing safety on that play. Alex Battaglia was the corner in coverage on the boundary. And it nearly was deflected into his hands, but it falls incomplete. All things considered, not a terrible outcome for Austintown Fitch. And Boardman making a heavy number of substitutions. They're able to get everybody on the field that they needed. As this is a funky formation, they had 4 receivers bunched up to the left side of the formation, 1 on an island to the right. And the Falcons are going to call a timeout. They didn't like the defensive look against their formation on that play, so they'll burn the first of their 3 timeouts in the second half. Coach Parker going to talk things over with his team as they look to improve to 7-1 on the season. It would be their 7th consecutive win. They would all but guarantee their spot in the playoffs, but also This would be a win that goes a very long way to getting the Falcons a first-round bye as a top 4 seed in Division II Region 5. During the timeout, we can look at some scores from our other YSN teams. Jackson Milton up 31-6 on Campbell. Salem a 41-20 lead on Marlington. Canfield a commanding 44-0 lead against Howland. Girard leads Hubbard 41-6. At the end of the third quarter, McDonald leads Springfield 7-6, and Crestview a 35-20 lead on Garrettsville Garfield. 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line for the Falcon offense. Higgs is the running back. Callagher gives it to Higgs. Straight up the gut. And it looks like the Falcons were just going to try to get this thing closer for Faulkner to kick a field goal that would make it a 17-point game. Higgs is marked down at the 13-yard line, and here comes the kicking unit. Faulkner missed a 32-yarder earlier in this game. He'll line up to kick this one from about 29 or 30. His holder is Evans. Evans will situate at the 20-yard line. It's a 30-yard kick for Faulkner to try to win, or at the very least, put a dagger into the Spartans for this game. Snap is good, hold is good. Faulkner's kick on the way, and he got it. It's a 17-point lead for the Falcons, 24-7, 6:49 to play in the fourth quarter. And that may do it for the Falcons tonight, propelling themselves to 7-1, 7 straight wins this season, 10 straight over their rivals, the Boardman Spartans. It would be their 44th win in this rivalry's history. That dates back to 1942. But the Falcons with much bigger goals in mind this season. A team that seems poised for a deep playoff run in November. Faulkner will tee it up to kick it off to the Spartans. So Faulkner ready to kick it back to the Spartans. The Spartans need 2 touchdowns and a field goal minimum just to force overtime. Mitchell will return this one from the 15. Right side looking for blocks to the 30. And he gets spun down out past the 35 at the 37-yard line. So solid starting field position on a good return by Ryan Mitchell. But for the Spartan offense, this is an offense that's at its best when they can be methodical, chew clock, and just run the ball. This is a very unfortuitous situation to be able to impose your will the way you want. Butto may have to put this in the air quite a bit. There's been a couple of designed pass plays that Butto's had to throw one away. One time he had to scramble for a positive gain. The other, he was sacked. Only one completion. That came back in the first half. Butto under center here. Play fake. He's going to take it himself left side, and he is brought down for a loss at the 37-yard line. And a late flag comes in from the backside official on the tackle. So we'll wait for the penalty call. Been a lot more penalties in this second half compared to the first. Didn't have to hear a lot from the officials in the first half. But here in the second, been a number of penalties. So it's a dead ball personal foul penalty against the Falcons. That's a free 15 yards and a first down for the Spartan offense. So Boardman hopes that that can kickstart their first scoring drive of the second half. They scored on the opening drive of this game, that 74-yard touchdown run by Vince Butto. Thought that was going to set the tone for Boardman, but they have not been able to get on the board since that moment. They've had some plays and had some drives in the end of that first half. This second half, they've yet to pick up a first down that wasn't on a penalty. That last penalty that gave them a first down was their first down of the half. Butto on a play fake, rolls right, can still throw. stutter steps, now he takes off. Left side, couple of side steps, and all that work, he's only able to net 2 yards on the gain to the 45-yard line, but much better than losing potentially 5 yards there, as Fitch had everything covered downfield, and the pass rush eventually got home. Clock will run. That's the enemy of the Spartans right now. Down 3 scores. At this point of the game, they may need an onside kick, even with all timeouts remaining, to use them defensively to save some time. And as we say that, they're actually going to have to burn a timeout here. Coach Doda did not like the look against the Falcon defense there, so only 2 timeouts remain for Boardman with 5:29 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside. It's 24-7. Austintown Fitch with a commanding lead.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
We'll see some scattered showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder or two.
Online.
This is going to be the culprit for some unsettled weather as we go over the next couple of days.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat around sunset this evening.
It's 2nd down and 8 for the Spartan offense from Austintown Fitch's 45-yard line, but they're down 17. 24-7 is our score. Falcons just kicked a field goal their last drive to make it a 17-point game. Butto, couple of play fakes, wants to throw. In the flat, DiMarzio had to turn around at an awkward angle to try to make that catch. The ball may have been thrown on him a little earlier than he wanted because pressure was coming off of the edge, it looked like, from Darren Guilford. So Butto just had to get the throw off, and DiMarzio's not able to make the catch. He had a lot of room out there in the flat if he could have held on to that. But he had to turn around at a weird angle, and the ball was on him a little quicker than maybe that play was designed for. But that pass rush for Austintown Fitch, they are starting to dominate in the trenches. 3rd and 8. And it seems like this is desperation mode, so obviously Boardman, you would think, goes for it if they can't pick it up here. Fake pitch, Butto to throw. Deep shot for Battaglia. It's tipped! And off the deflection. No, it's not intercepted. Incomplete. They thought Junie Higgs picked it off on the sideline, but he's not able to keep his toes in bounds. So it goes incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 8 now. And the last gasp here for the Spartans. Boardman needs to get to the 37-yard line to keep this game alive, or else the Falcons will get the ball up 3 scores with 5:18 to play in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 2. Now they're going to reset the play clock out to 25. Shotgun look for Butto. This will be the first time Boardman's taken a snap out of the shotgun formation. And because of that, Coach Parker's going to burn his 2nd timeout of the half. 5:18 to play. Falcons with 1 timeout remaining. Boardman with a pair. 4th and 8 upcoming for the Spartan offense. And if the Falcons can get off the field here, that would essentially be ball game for these teams. We take the field again, another chance to check up on some scores around our YSN family of teams. Lisbon up 41-14 on Latonia. LeBray has a 28-21 lead against Southeast. Both of those games beginning of the fourth quarter. Canfield has a 44-3 lead on Howland. United beats Wellsville tonight 42-7. Again, you can check out all of our scores on the ysnlive.com scores tab. Check out the Joe Dickey Electric Scoreboard Show and all the actions finished up on all of our social media platforms and on ysnlive.com. Shotgun look. Butto still waiting for something from his sideline. Now he gets the information he needs. 4th and 8. Butto, straight drop back. Pressure off the edge. He escapes. He can take off on the scramble. Butto gets a first down and just jogs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. But Butto on the quarterback scramble keeps this thing alive for Boardman. Clock stops with 5:11 to play in the fourth quarter as Butto runs out of bounds, but the Spartans still going to try to up the tempo. Needing quick scores. Butto to throw. Has extra time to throw. Will fire end zone. Has an open receiver, and it's caught for the touchdown. C.J. Rice from 30 yards out makes it an 11-point deficit, 24-13. A much-needed touchdown drive from the Spartan offense. Rice's first catch of the game is a 30-yard touchdown. And Oswaldo Salinas will come on for the extra point for Boardman with 5:04 to play in the fourth quarter, trying to make it a 10-point game. Snap is good, hold is good. Salinas' kick follows suit. 24-14. This game's not over quite yet. Thanks to the Vince Butto 30-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Rice, who just squeaks by the Falcon defense and into the end zone for the score. But the Spartans have 2 timeouts remaining with 5:04 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll see if they start using those timeouts immediately on this defensive drive. You assume they would. You also wonder if they try to go onside with this kick. At some point, they're going to need to go onside if they want to come back to, at the very least, force overtime in this game. And at this point, you could potentially look back to that last offensive play of the second quarter. Butto tried to throw a deep ball to Alex Battaglia at the 3-yard line. Battaglia came down with the ball but bobbled it at the last second, going out of bounds. So it was called incomplete. If that was a completion, Boardman could have kicked a much easier field goal, and those 3 points would have it as a 7-point game right now. So that, a play that could potentially loom large in this game if the Spartans can't mount a miraculous comeback. Onside kick, takes a bounce, and Evans fields it with no real suspense at the 48-yard line. A clean recovery by Evans, and it'll be Falcon football at the Spartan 47-yard line. And 2 first downs for the Falcon offense could really put this game on ice. But Vince Butto on that last drive making 2 big-time plays to keep a sliver of hope for the Spartans. That 4th and 8 scramble for 15 yards and a first down, and then follows up with the 30-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Rice. But the Austintown Fitch offense trying to make that all go for none. Callagher in the shotgun, and you got to imagine with DeAndre Richard to his left in the gun that his number will be called a good amount of times on this drive. They'll call it on first down, up the middle. Richard slips a tackle, still running for the first down inside the 35. A 12, maybe a 13-yard pickup for DeAndre Richard, yards after contact there. And it's a first down, Austintown Fitch, on the opening play of this drive inside 5 minutes to play. Falcons going to run this play clock down just about as late as they can. Shotgun formation. The give goes to Richard, left side. Another big running lane for DeAndre Richard. He will take it for the touchdown. 34-yard score, his 3rd of the game. And the Falcons are going to come away with a victory, their 7th consecutive on the year, their 10th straight over Boardman. And we had some extra action on the celebration there. Another flag is thrown. At least there's going to be one on the celebration. DeAndre Richard ran to the couch set up on the the end zone left side of the field from where we're at to celebrate there, where there's already people sitting down, and that led to a bit of a scene over there. Flags were thrown on the celebration, and then another one was thrown after Fitch went back to set up for the PAT. Nonetheless, they lead it 30-14. Now, if this extra point is kicked from too far away and they're not able to make it, it would still technically be a two-score game, so maybe that's not the game-sealing score, but that's going to go a long way to determining the outcome of this game and probably in the Falcons' favor. So here it is, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Austintown Fitch. I think the official pointed either twice or three times in the Falcons' direction. I'm not sure if the penalties stack up, but they will be enforced on the try after. So this will be a much farther kick for Faulkner to try to make it a three-score game, and this one would effectively put it on ice. Faulkner will have to kick this one from 35 yards away. Made a 30-yarder, missed a 32-yarder on field goal attempts in this game. Officials still discussing something with TJ Parker on the Austintown Fitch side about the penalties here, maybe on who the penalties were assessed to. But the bottom line, a 34-yard touchdown run by DeAndre Richard makes this 30-14. And Faulkner will have to kick it from 35 yards away to make it 31-14. It would be a 17-point lead. And with 4 minutes and 16 seconds of clock remaining, Austintown Fitch would be well on their way to a 7-1 record. Snap and hold are good. Faulkner gets some leg into it, and he boots it right through. So moving back those 15 yards, and it did not matter. 31-14, the Falcons have a commanding lead, and they can sniff a 10th straight win over the Spartans in this rivalry's history. We'll see what the Spartans offense can do, but they need a quick touchdown, an onside kick recovery, and another quick touchdown, and probably another onside kick recovery to try to get that last field goal. It's 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's the deficit for Boardman right now. Falcons will kick it to the Spartans. And it looks like that there were multiple unsportsmanlike and personal foul penalties. 1 was assessed on the PAT. 2 are now being assessed on the kickoff. So instead of kicking this one from the 40-yard line, the Falcons are going to have to kick it from the 12. So that makes it all the more important that Faulkner made the PAT to make it a 17-point game, because if this would be where the kickoff is coming from, with Boardman down 2 scores, if Faulkner missed the PAT, it would be a 16-point game. So that's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. So the Spartans would very much have life in this game if Faulkner had missed that PAT. So that a crucial made kick for the Falcons. So the ever so unconventional kickoff from the 12-yard line for Faulkner and Austintown Fitch. Faulkner's going to try to put some leg into it. It's a low-lining kick that takes a bounce right into the arms of Ryan Mitchell. Mitchell right side, looking for blockers. And Boardman will start at the Falcon 44-yard line for this drive with 4 minutes and 10 seconds of game time left, at least in the fourth quarter. See if they can pull off a miraculous comeback. But other than a couple of plays on that last offensive drive for Boardman, this has been a half dominated by the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Butto to throw. Steps up in the pocket, can still throw. He's behind the line of scrimmage, spinning out of trouble. And he finally goes down back at the 49-yard line. Sack will be credited to Anthony Nespeka, who's made a number of plays in the backfield for the Falcon defense in this game. Second down and 15 from the 49-yard line. Butto couldn't find anybody on the opening play of this drive. He's in the shotgun again. Deep drop looking to throw. Taking a shot at the sideline and for Aiden Moore, and it is tipped. And that one's intercepted. Isaiah Porch on the deflection with the pick. And that will do it. The Falcons will move to 7-1 and take down the Spartans for the 10th straight year. A flag is going to come out on the celebration, another unsportsmanlike against the Falcons. But at this point, they will retain the ball. It's going to be an after-the-play penalty. Or actually, the official has pointed both directions. Now he corrects. It is just going to be enforced against Austintown Fitch. But that doesn't really matter. The Falcons have the ball up 17 with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. This game is all but done. The Falcons, an impressive second half. A first half that was perfectly played by the Spartans, the upset-minded Boardman Spartans. They started this game just about as perfectly as they wanted. 7-7 the score at half, and the Falcons just came out of that halftime break playing with their hair on fire. On both sides of the ball, they could do very little wrong in this half. Higgs will take it left side. Look at that running lane for Higgs. He picks up another first down to the 21-yard line. And now the Falcons will burn clock, trying to end the game with the ball in their hands. It's been a phenomenal offensive performance in this second half. 3 touchdowns for DeAndre Richard. No surprise there. Colin Callagher has a touchdown pass. That 64-yard catch and run by Altahir Ilwano. And this Falcon offense has just had their way in the second half. The defense has as well. That last interception to give them the ball back, and they forced 3 3-and-outs in the third quarter against the Boardman offense as Higgs gets another big gain out to the 40-yard line. 2 big carries for Junie Higgs on this drive. That one a 19-yard pickup. But Fitch has just played this half perfectly, just about as well as Coach TJ Parker could have drawn it up. 2.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Falcons may be on the march to score one more time. At this pace, with Junie Higgs picking up big chunks of yards. He gets the call again. Bounces it right side. Look at that running lane for Junie Higgs. Can he get the edge? Slides down at the 26-yard line. Smart play by Junie Higgs to stay in bounds at the 27 instead of going out and keeping the clock running. May not have really mattered, but still a heads-up smart football play by Junie Higgs. But that's 3 consecutive big gains for Higgs on the ground on this drive. He's gotten them all the way from the 10-yard line out to Boardman's 27. He's got 63 yards rushing on 3 carries this drive. He has a 4th carry and more yards left side. To the 20-yard line, he gets about 7 there. And the officials blow their whistles. Now they'll say run the clock with 1:34 to play. Inside a minute and a half remaining in the fourth quarter. Just a few plays remaining in this game for Austintown Fitch. We'll see if they punch it in one more time to add insult to injury. It's 2nd down and 4. We'll say that Higgs got 6 yards on that previous carry. He's now got 69 yards rushing on this drive alone. Just 4 carries for Higgs to pick up those yards. He gets the call again. Right side, jump cut to the 15-yard line, maybe the 16, but just quick cuts and bursts of speed from Junie Higgs on this drive. It almost feels like he deserves to cap this off with a touchdown. But there may only be one play remaining in the game. Down to 50 seconds to play. The Falcons can snap this inside 40 seconds and go shake hands as Week 9 winners. And winners in this rivalry for now a decade straight. Callagher's just going to take a knee back at the 20-yard line, and that's going to do it. A dominant second half for the Austintown Fitch Falcons. That's the story tonight from Boardman Spartan Stadium as Austintown Fitch now 7-1, a 7th consecutive victory, 10th straight over the Boardman Spartans, as the home team remains winless in this rivalry since 2015. Just an impressive effort all around from the Falcons in this second half, defensively forcing 3 and out after 3 and out in the third quarter, giving way to their offense. Callagher found a number of receivers through the air. Brady Evans, DeAndre Reed, Altahir Luano had the 64-yard touchdown catch in the third quarter. But DeAndre Richard, another big day through the air. He does a backflip in celebration on a 3-touchdown night. Nothing new for Richard, the all-time leading rusher in Falcon history, does it again. And the Falcons can celebrate their 7th straight win, and a win that all but guarantees their spot in the postseason and goes a long way to getting them a top 4 seed and a first-round bye. As for Boardman, their playoff lives are going to be on the line next week. They're back here at home, but they got a tall order against 9-0 Canfield next week. Austintown Fitch goes on the road next week. They got another rivalry matchup against Warren G. Harding. Both those games will kick off at 7 p.m. a week from now. That'll do it for us from here at Boardman Spartan Stadium. A thank you to BTSN for providing the visuals for the game tonight. Michael McKenzie signing off and repeating the final score, 31-14. Austintown Fitch gets the win.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.